I almost forgot my water. Gotta stay hydrated for an Aqua Force video. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Steven Rodriguez. I am your true champion, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my updated Aqua Force deck list for the Set A format in Vanguard Zero. Now, I know I was unable to give you guys a best decks video for the Set A format prediction, but if I did, this deck was definitely going to be in the toppest tier of tier 1 because Aqua Force is just so good with the inclusion of Glory. Maelstrom, one of the best finishers of all finishers in Vanguard Zero. I'm super excited to share with y'all this deck list and give you my thoughts on what I think is best about this deck, what I think might be lacking a little bit, and more importantly, how you can play with this deck, because I feel like the better you can understand a deck like Aqua Force, the better you can fight against it if you ever see it on ladder, and I promise you, you're gonna see it on ladder. If you guys are excited for the continuation of some Vanguard Zero content here on the channel, be sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell for notifications so that you guys know when my videos go live for you. And if you have any suggestions for other Vanguard Zero videos I can make in the future, be sure to leave them down in the comments below, and who knows, I might get to work on them. And with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this aforementioned Aqua Force deck list. Alright, now before we talk about this deck list, I want to address the big fat elephant in the room. Yes, I only have 3 Blue Storm Dragon Maelstrom. I'm sorry. I know. I'm currently at Legend 15. I'm almost there to getting my last copy of the promo Maelstrom to round off my playset. I apologize profusely. This Navel Gazer right here is supposed to be a Maelstrom. I am so sorry. I will state though that even though this Navel Gazer is not a Maelstrom, this Navel Gazer has won me a couple of games against opponents at 4 damage because I can restand my rear guards again. So it's not all bad, but it definitely should be a Maelstrom. All right, with that out the way, let's go ahead and talk about the deck. First things first, we have, of course, the brand new boss monster of this deck, Blue Storm Supreme Dragon Glory Maelstrom. He is the ultimate break, which is the new mechanic released by Set A in Vanguard Zero for Aqua Force, and his ultimate break skill is Vanguard Circle Limit Break 5. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, counterblast to get power plus 5,000 and plus 1 critical until end of that battle, and you have your opponent discard a grade 3 at random from their hand when activating a Sentinel during that battle. If they do not discard, it does not activate. So basically, if you guys don't know, Ultimate Break is a skill like Limit Break, but instead of needing 4 damage, you need to have 5. And then when you swing at your opponent's Vanguard, you can counterblast 2, gain 5k into crit. And if your opponent does not discard a grade 3, they cannot activate their Sentinels, which means they will take a crit to the face. This is a really great finisher. It either gets rid of your opponent's grade 3s at random, which could get rid of their really cool boss grade 3s in the late game, or it just kills them because they don't have any grade 3s. Therefore, even if they have PGs in their hand, they still die. Glory Maelstrom also has 2 other effects. The first one is that he is a cross ride for regular Blue Storm Dragon Maelstrom, the other boss unit for Aqua Force right now. And he has this really cool new skill, which is if this unit is cross ridden, its Limit Break 5 becomes Limit Break 4. So instead of having Ultimate Break, you can change that into a Limit Break. A really good buff, lets you use this amazing powerful card even earlier in the game. Super sweet. In conjunction, we have, of course, the main grade 3 of the deck, which is Blue Storm Dragon Maelstrom. This is the card you're going to be on for the majority of the game, gaining advantage against your opponent, retiring their rear guards, having their 4th battle to have some neat little aggression against your opponent every single turn, trying to grind out as much damage as possible before you go into your big Glory Maelstrom to win the game against your opponent. This card can win games on its own, but now that we have Glory Maelstrom, you can win games a lot quicker and a lot more assuredly. Rounding off, we have our 4th battle or more enablers in Stormrider Diamantes and in Water General of Wave-like Spirals Benedict. The main one that we're going to be using though is of course Stormrider Diamantes in conjunction with Stormrider Basil. They have the same exact effect as each other. The first skill is when this unit attacks a Vanguard, if it's the first battle of that turn, this unit gets power plus 3,000 to end that battle, and at the end of that battle, you switch positions with this card with the one from the back row. So you swing with it at the Vanguard if it's the first battle. After that battle resolves, you then move it to the back row and then you replace it with the unit that's behind it. You can now swing with that and have another battle happen that turn. This is how you get to 4 battles every single turn using an Aqua Force deck and enable cards like Maelstrom to activate. And the second part of the effect is actually the really cool part, a new buff in Vanguard Zero, which is counterblast 1 rear guard once per turn to have this unit ignore intercept when attacking if it is the first battle of that turn until end of turn. So now you can actually attack the Vanguard for the first battle regardless of if there's intercepts in the front row on your opponent's side of the field. Super sweet. And the reason why we're playing more Storm Riders as opposed to cards like Benedict here is because Benedict's effect is rear guard once per turn. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked a Vanguard, you stand it and it gets power minus 5,000 until end of turn. So while he is a 4th battle enabler, if your opponent has intercepts, you cannot activate his effect because he has to attack a Vanguard to activate the effect. You can attack the Vanguard at any point in the turn, but if you have to go like rearguard swing and then you have to go Vanguard into rearguard swing and then go for Benedict. Obviously you won't use Maelstrom for your 4th battle, so he's kind of useless in that regard, but if your opponent ever has only 1 intercept, he's a really good way to activate your 4th battle for free. Super cool. So that's pretty much it for the grade 3s. One thing I did want to mention is that I am playing Glory Maelstrom as my heal trigger, and this might be a little confusing because I've been going on and on about how amazing he is as a finisher and how you want to use him whenever you can in almost every single game, but the reason why he's a heal trigger is kind of a personal choice, and the reason is you don't really need him in the opening turns. He's a card I never want to have in my opening hand. So if I have a choice between this card or a card like Diamantes in my opening hand, I'm gonna pick Diamantes every day of the week, because even though this deck now has this really powerful card and finisher in the form of Glory Maelstrom, it's still a Maelstrom focused deck that tries to get 4th battle or more, so that way you can enable amazing advantage turns against your opponent, or just draw a bunch of cards and dig through your decks. That way you have plenty of ways to rebuild your board if your opponent attacks your rear guards. So there you guys go, that's pretty much it for our grade 3s. Moving on to our grade 2s, we have a Force 4 Stormrider Basil. He is the same thing as Diamantes. He's our enabler for 4th battle. He does the exact same thing, except he's 11 and Diamantes is 12. Up next, we have 4 copies of Coral Assault. This is the 12k attacker. For your 3rd battle and more, self-explanatory. You need to have good numbers in a deck that needs to be able to get plenty of battles in case you want to kill opposing rear guards, or if you just want to be able to poke your opponent for that 5th damage before going in for anything else in the late game. Up next, we have 3 copies of Tier Knight Lazarus. Similar to why we play the 12k attackers, we want things that have plenty of power that can attack by themselves, or that can combo really nicely with all of our 6k boosters as grade 1s. And rounding off, we have 2 damage adder for Aqua Force, because we are an ultimate break deck and a limit break deck, so being able to enable our limit break whenever our opponent damage denies us is really important. Some grade 2s you could play is cards like Valeria or Algos. Those cards, while I did play a whole bunch of them in the set 7 version of this deck, the reason was because you were lacking a lot of aggression against your opponent, because while Maelstrom's a really good card in terms of advantage, he's not really the most aggressive card, because in reality all you're doing is attacking your opponent maybe twice a turn and drawing cards and retiring cards. If you want to retire more or draw more, cards like Algos and Valeria are super nice and they gain power. So if you ever find yourself in a situation where like you can attack your opponent 3 times actually because they only have 1 intercept, being able to play around defenses was really nice. But nowadays, all you need is those 2 attacks every single turn until you go to Glory Maelstrom, and now your opponent's just dead. So you don't need to have any extra aggression because Glory Maelstrom is more than enough. Moving on, we have our grade 1s. First things first, 4 Emerald Shield Pascals or PGs. Gotta have them. They're very important in Vanguard Zero. If you don't have 4 PGs in your deck, what are you doing? We have 2 Light Signals Penguin Soldier. When play Soul Blast 2, draw a card. This deck, at its nature, is a combo deck. Being able to dig through your deck for your pieces is super important. Up next, we have 4 copies of the grade 1 damage add. I'm a huge fan in all Ultimate Break and Limit Break decks of having like a 5 or 6 damage add split. It feels like plenty to have in your deck, especially when you have so much draw power like we do in Aqua Force that you can always see them when you need to. And finally, I am running a super cool tech card in Accelerated Command. The when placed, one of your other units gets power plus 2k into end of turn card. The reason I'm playing this card over a card like Theo is because against cross-ride matchups, it's really important to make your Basils and your Diamantes 13 and 14k respectively, so that way when they do attack for that first battle, they hit. This card literally is so good in the mirror match, against Gold Paladin, against Narukami, and those are literally the only decks you play against during this current ranked meta, and so I love, love, love Accelerated Command. Another card you could play obviously is going to be Tier Knight Theo, the 8k booster. He serves a similar purpose, but instead of being good for your Storm Riders, he's good for cards like Lazarus to still be able to hit against cross rides. But because we play Coral Assault as our 12k attacker and we have plenty of 6k boosters, I feel like we have plenty of ways to make 18k columns. What we lack is a way to hit 13 and 14 with our Storm Riders. And finally, rounding off, we of course have Officer Cadet Eric as our starter. You could play Aqua Breath if you really want to, but because we're sort of lacking that want to go for a big grade 2 turn, I don't see as much value in Aqua Breath as I do as this card, because this can actually serve many purposes. First of all, you can dig for your Maelstrom because writing anything else in the deck first sucks, and he can search for grade 3s in the late game against mirror match. So if you're ever lacking that grade that you need to discard for a glory skill, you can dig for it with this card. I'm in love with playing grade 3 searchers in this meta right now, and I don't think that feeling is going away anytime soon. But there you guys go. That is my current Aqua Force deck list for the studied format in Vanguard Zero. Like I said, it's 9 draw triggers. These are the cards. I'm working on getting my 4th Maelstrom. Hopefully I can get it sooner rather than later. If you guys have any questions about this list or anything I've mentioned in this video, be sure to leave them down in the comments below, or better yet, hop into my Twitch channel. I go live every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 8 a.m. Pacific time in the mornings, and I do all kinds of things in just chatting, and I play a lot of Vanguard Zero. So come ask some questions there live and in person, and hopefully get some answers from me. Links to my Twitch down below, as always. All that being said, let's go and see how hyped this deck actually is by taking it on the ranked ladder and seeing what it can do. Alright, here for game 1 fighting against, Gold Paladin. Feels good. Shout out to my last video that I posted on Monday. Gold Paladin versus Aqua Force. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. The alter ego sleeves. Nice, nice, nice. We have Naval Gazer in our hand. He's a better grade 3 than most that we could keep in our hand. We are going second. This hand's really good. If only you were a Maelstrom. I'll keep it. I don't want to, but I have to. I have Eric. I'll use the effect. Even though I shouldn't have to use the effect. But hey, maybe I can get some value for the maybe I'll get some value with this card during this game, and I'll show you guys the value of having that super awesome tech Naval Gazer in your deck, I guess. Alright, so there's the Criff. Running against a Criff Ezel deck, so they will be able to potentially accelerate into their Ezel on their next turn, which could be very scary for us given that they did go first. But I'm not too worried. We can catch up pretty well, depending on when they give us our limit break. And if we get our Maelstrom. That's a big if too. Well, there's, oh my gosh, I should have mulliganed. That's just ridiculous. I'll call the Eric here, and then I'll swing. Oh my gosh. Sometimes whenever I record these videos, I'm like, will I have a good game or a bad game? Wow, 3 glories in a row. Sheesh. Okay, cool. Checks out, checks out. There's a Gareth gone. That's nice to know. Get that out of here. Don't you dare Ezel me right now. Don't you dare. If you get this off with while my hand is like this, I'm gonna be so upset. Okay, good. Just a spirit. We're fine. We're fine. Feeling good. Feeling good. And like, you know, he had the Bowman in his hand, but he didn't have the Gareth, and he saw that Gareth. He's like, no, I needed that. He gets the heal. So now we know he's playing 4 Platina. Good to know. I assumed he was anyway. They always are. There's the Pascal. Top deck Maelstrom, please. Or just, nah, I'll get it with this. The fact that I don't have a booster makes me very upset, but it's fine. I don't really care about dealing damage anyway, yet. Oh, just the Diamantes. Well, I guess Naval Gazer's coming out to play, boys and girls. That's the way this is going. Just so I can hit this turn. Given that I drew the second Storm Rider, I'm fine with making this play. Is why I'm okay with doing this. Hey, we made him whiff a heal. Feels good. Please get a draw trigger into a Maelstrom. So much praying is happening right now. All right, time to top deck Maelstrom, boys and girls. Time to do my Psyqualia moments and top deck Maelstrom. I am ready for a Maelstrom moment. Please and thank you. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see what he's got going on here. There is the Ezel. Watch him just like drop 3 damage adders for no reason. That'd be pretty funny. There's 2 spirits gone, by the way. Good to keep track of those. I'm assuming he's playing 5 to 6. That's what I think most people are playing. That's what I prefer to play. Garmor, okay. Get that sweet, sweet +1. Is he playing, what's the Ezel trigger? It's 9 draws, okay. In this deck, they can get away with 9 draws, I think. There's a Gareth, because they go so hard into Platina so early. All right, time to top. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if I top deck it, given that I don't have limit break this turn, but I really just want to have Maelstrom now. Benedict, okay. Well, here we go. At least I can attack with the Benedict, the rear guard, and not lose too much. This is a weird hand, boys. Oh, I should have. Nah, that's a waste of a counterblast going for the Storm Rider there. I don't want to deal 3 damage anyway. He can damage add and limit break that turn. All right, still no Maelstroms. Top deck for Maelstrom is still on the table. I am more than happy to have that happen on this next turn, please and thank you. Otherwise, this is gonna be a super grindy game because my deck isn't built for Naval Gazer. Like, I need to have like double Lazarus or Coral Assault plus Lazarus and then 6k boosters to make it really value. And right now my hand is none of those cards. So let's see what happens, I guess. Okay. He's gonna swing my rear guard, obviously. I'm so concerned here what's about to happen. if I don't see this Maelstrom, man, I'm just, ooh. Hashtag pray for Maelstrom in the comments, please. That'd be mucho appreciated. Because then it'll happen if you do it. If you do it, it'll happen. Okay, still no Maelstroms. There's plenty of Maelstroms in this deck. 2 different arts, too. Raises my livelihood, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. Okay. I mean, worst comes to worst, I will go for this. I don't know what it'll do, but I'll go for it. Oh my god, I saw the triple rare flash before I saw the art, and it's not a Maelstrom, but that would have been the hottest top deck ever. Okay, well, I'm gonna call this glory. I'm gonna swing at that, and I'm gonna pass my turn. This is such a grindy game. Like, this format is way more aggressive than this, but we're just like not doing anything because oh, the next card! Are you serious? 1 more damage. I would have gotten a freaking Maelstrom in my hand. I'm so upset about that. That is the most upsetting thing that's happened so far. I'm not even mad that I haven't drawn any. I'm mad that that happened and I haven't drawn any. Oh my goodness. I'm assuming he, like me, only has 1 damage add in hand, and so now he's gonna play it. That's another thing too about the Platinum version, by the way, of this deck, is that you have such little grade 2 space that you don't really play any grade 2 damage adds. You have to play a full 4 of that, and at best you can get 2, or maybe even 1 of the grade 2 damage add. Because you have to play 4 Bowman, 4 Spirit at least, and then maybe 2 more, and then at best you can get like 3 of the damage add for grade 2. All right. I will say though, if he gives us 2 damage, I'm going into glory, and we're gonna see what happens. I'll do that because I have 4 counterblasts at that point, so I don't care as much. That's a bright side, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Is there a bright side here? Maybe. No trigger. Oh, he got the trigger. Wait, no, he still won't hit me, so it's fine. If I top deck Maelstrom here, will I still go for it? Maybe. Do I go for it? Probably. Do I go for it? Yeah. No. I have 2 I have 2 PGs though. Oh my god. That's just frustrating. That's my last one. Well, here we go. Oh, do I want to risk him getting a defensive? I don't care. I don't care enough to actually play around it. Maybe I should have held on to that counterblast. Nah, it's not worth it, honestly. Like, if he doesn't have it, I want to win the game. I don't want to damage deny him. You know what I mean? Okay, good. Not punished. Never. Hashtag never punished. Oh, I'm playing so greedy right now, but I kind of have to. And now I have to hope it. And now, like next turn, the only way I don't die is if I heal, which I can't, or if I get a PG on draw, which is very unlikely, or if he just doesn't get a spirit. So like that's all that has to happen for me to win this game potentially on my next turn. But I can't heal anymore because I drew my last freaking heal. There's a draw trigger. Not a PG. That's fine. Power here. Do you have it? He does. Now his hand is a bit lower. Yeah, that might have been a misplay going for that Storm Rider. But like, if I don't do that Storm Rider, I have to do it next turn anyway. Therefore, I can't counterblast 2 to use my effect again regardless, right? So it doesn't matter if I use it that turn now, because I have to go for a way to deal a damage before I can go for game with Glory on the next turn after doing it this turn. So it doesn't matter. I guess I could like hope he doesn't get 2 intercepts again, but he's been stockpiling cards in his hand this entire game. I'm sure he has at least 1 or 2 grade 2s in his hand. Does he get the spirit here to kill me? Is that a spirit? It needs to be. Oh, and it is! That's always the spirit. And he has 1 more counterblast. That's a GG. That is the GG. Okay. Bad game. Jesus, what is these bad games, dude? Not a single thing I can do. Not a single thing I could have done there. Alright, boys and girls, here for game 1, fighting against Gold Paladin. Alright, good luck, have fun, Mr. Video Beast. This is one of the big 3. This is kind of giving me flashbacks to Monday's video with my Gold Paladin deck list versus Aqua Force. And that's our opening hand, definitely putting that back. Definitely putting that back. Yeah, and then drawing 2. Maelstrom and a Glory, you know what, I'll take it. This, I might go for the, given that I have the, yeah, so this hand's really good, draw grade 1. Oh, I should have been more specific. I should have been more specific. And here we have an Ezel starter for our opponent's starting Vanguard, the Corrine, right? That's actually a really cool one. So I'm actually interested to see this guy's deck. I wonder if he's playing like a weird Ezel Jailer list, but instead of playing Kron, he's playing this because he draws Chrome Jailer so much. I don't know. I'm not sure why you play this over the Great Researcher, honestly. Oh! This is the card that's used for, yeah, so like when you're placed, you can retire a rear guard to call another one from the top of the deck. Cool. I wonder if he's playing Pelennor then. That's a really good card for Pelennor or for Spec Duke, obviously. So you can get that, so you can ditch those grade 3s you call and dig for more better cards. I like this guy's deck so far. I'm kind of excited to see what he's got in here. Glories. Glories, stop it, you're my heal triggers. That's the one bad thing about having Glory be your heal triggers, that he is such a good card. Like, you want to see him, but like, you know, like, you don't need him that much. Do I want to cause 2 damage here? I kind of want to conserve all these beautiful cards in my hand. Like, this is like the entire setup here, you know what I mean? I could have like maybe used Eric to dig for Diamantes, but that's not worth it. That's not worth it at all. I'd rather save the Counterblast at that point, because I have a 16k column here with Coral Assault, you know? So I don't think there's a reason to use this effect yet. There's the Bomine. Does he have a Gareth? If this would have been a crit, could he have done the thing? Maybe the bad part about Kron is that it does add, like, you know, Pelennor to your hand if that's the only card you check, and this card won't. But this card can whiff, you know what I mean? Like there's a non-zero chance this whiffs more so than Kron. But like, whatever. So there's the Penguin Soldier. I'll go ahead and drop you down right here. Let's see what we draw off of this. There's another Basil. So I could be like super greedy here. I really don't want to. I kind of just want to like call this, but I really don't want to. I'll call you. Yeah. Swing for the 11. Put him in the back row because I want him to attack me and not attack my intercepts. And then swing for the 16. Yeah. Checks out. Please see a heal here. That'd be pretty dope. Oh, yes, my Psyqualia is in full force. I am feeling the wind. Hashtag feeling the wind. Kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, but like, you know, Vanguard, you know, the wind, Aqua Force. You guys get the idea. Feeling the wind. I'm feeling the wind. He's playing crits too? I didn't notice that. Did I notice that? He's playing crits as well. Ooh, this guy's deck is spicy. I don't know if it's the good kind of spicy like jalapenos, more like the weird kind of spicy like ghost peppers. Or like that weird bell pepper that you get that's like kind of spicy but like not spicy, and you're like, is this spicy? I don't know. Yeah, so he's playing a mix. Okay. I'm not the biggest fan of crits anymore in Gold Paladin. I much prefer stands because you have so many inherent crit cards and you have so many good 10Ks and 6K boosters that if you restand them, they can hit for a lot. And if your opponent's at 5 damage, stands are always better than crits, and it's really easy to push your opponent to 5 damage in Gold Paladin right now. So, I don't know. Everyone's got their own flavor though of damage. Sorry, of triggers. He attacks the Eric. He's like, that guy is annoying. Get him out of here. Poor Eric. He didn't do nothing. If he gets a crit here, I get to have my limit break, so I'm cool with this. Come on, give me that crit. No. My Psyqualia doesn't work for him, guys. I'm sorry. All right, top deck of damage at. I haven't seen a single one this entire game, so they're all in there, which is nice. Oh, Naval Gazer, that's fine. Get a good thing to boost with this. Right, skip. We'll go swing, swing, swing. Yeah, so we'll go like this. I may not be able to activate my limit break, but I will be able to push him to 5, which I'm more than happy to do, especially now that I have glory in my hand. I can just go for the glory next turn. And now I swing with my Vanguard, and everything is Gucci. No triggers, it's fine. I have all my Diamantes in there, which is kind of spicy. There's 3 PGs gone from him, I think. I think I saw him drive check 1. At least, well, we know 2 are gone, so that's nice. Show me that Paladin Ezel. Do it. You won't do it. You won't do it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go for your ultimate break. I got a PG right here. Oh my god, he's doing it. I didn't think he actually would. Silver Fang Witch, nice. Get that free +1. Show me double intercept. You won't. Yes. Wow, all those crits are gone. I'm pretty sure he's doing like a 4-5 split if I had to guess. I wish you could use the power up effect more than once, but like you only get 1 crit. That'd be a pretty cool like stipulation. Like you can use the power up effect as much as you want, but you only get 1 crit. You know, a little bit more balanced. But I think. No, sorry, not more balanced. A little bit more powerful, but still balanced is what I wanted to say. But we're fine here. I have the 1 PG in my hand. We are not dead, no matter what happens. No trigger. And no trigger. Oh, but he does get the heal. Okay, but if I top deck Accelerated Command and go for Glory Maelstrom, he loses because he only has 1 card in his hand. And so I would swing for my 13 with Basil, and then I would go for my effect after killing the intercept. Accelerated Command. Diamantes. Okay. So, because of the cards in my hand currently, I cannot knowingly go for Glory. Well, I could go for Glory. So, okay. The sad part about going for Glory here is that he has 2 opportunities to heal. That would suck. And then, but if I don't go for Glory here, he probably just lives. In which case I could kill his board, but because I don't have a PG in my hand, yeah, so I have to go for Glory here. I would have loved to have drawn Accelerated Command or a booster here, but I don't have either, so I cannot like go for the gold, as it were. In fact, I can't even kill his rear guards. That's the real sucky part. Well, then, in which case I should just call this, huh? Well, in which case I just realized what I should have done again, but it's okay. So we're gonna activate the effect of the left one. All these Storm Riders, but no accelerated commands, man. All my grade ones are in the drops damage zone. That's what happened. They're all over there. If I do get a draw trigger for a PG, that would just be lovely. But if I don't, I don't. You know what I mean? All right, this will guarantee hit, but if he gets a heal trigger, he gets to win. I wanted to play around it as much as I could, but I can't, so let's just see what happens here. He will die to this if he doesn't get a heal trigger. No trigger for us. All right, it hits. First check, no trigger. Please draw the heal, please. I can't see your hand, but I bet you that's what happened. And no heal trigger, yes! Feels good. Game 1 in the bag with a glory. Feels good. Checks out. Not a single grade 1, I think, that entire game, actually. I don't think I drew a single grade 1. That's kind of weird, honestly. Really weird. Moving on to game 2. All right, here we are for game 2, fighting against a Royal Paladin player. Okay. Mr. Tri-Hikari, how are you? I'm doing great. Please be MLB. Have I found MLB yet today? I don't think so. Corn sleeves, corn thing. Benedict I could keep, but I'll put him back. Otherwise, hand is pretty perfect. Nice. We're going first. Nice. And there's Libregal. Yep, MLB. All right, checks out. Good thing I have the damage in my hand. I wouldn't have minded to see another grade 1 there, so that we could hang on to this if I needed to. I'll call this. Does it matter if I call it for this matchup? Yeah, it does. I'll call it here. And then I will pass. So now all I gotta see is a damage at some point for the rest of these turns, and we'll be pretty sweet. For that one turn he goes for the damage denial, we'll be able to go for our limit break and then counter his entire board essentially. And after he gets rid of his 2 rear guards to do that, I can get rid of a lot of cards on his board. He needs to refill a lot more, so let's see what happens. Draw trigger, he's playing MLB Garmor. Yes, a man after my own heart, playing the best kind of MLB deck. Love it. Draw trigger, give me a damage ad, do it. Diamante is not bad. Super stacked hand, honestly. I was gonna actually Eric for the Diamantes in the next turn, actually, now I'm thinking about it. Alright, so I'm just gonna ride you. Is there any reason to not call this? I can't think of one, so maybe I'll do it. Yeah, I'll call this. I don't see a reason not to do this. Nice. Oh, nice. Getting rid of those PGs, always nice to see. Makes my glory very, very happy. There's the Beast Knight Garmor. Okay, so he's playing a different list than I am. He's going super hard for the Garmor strategy. Kind of dig it. Or watch him just be playing a Garmor. Actually, you know what? I haven't seen any sign of a... Okay, there's the blast play. But besides that, I haven't really seen like MLB stuff in this deck. He could very well be just be playing a Garmor deck. Which, if he is, props to this guy. I don't know why he's not playing Rugal as a starter, though. Yeah, so there's Blast of Dark. Okay, so now we know it's MLB, just a weird MLB Garmor deck. But I was this close to thinking it was pure Garmor. Alright, so no damage adds, but we're not in the position where we need them yet, so we're fine. I do have that, actually, which is kind of dope. Ooh, light signals, yes. Yes, please. Another Diamantes. I really want to call that, but it feels like I swing for 14. You know what? I'll go for it. I'll be a bit aggressive still. I've been aggressive this whole game. And being aggressive against MLB is always a good strategy because they never really can deal with it. And hanging onto my Diamantes is better than hanging onto Lazarus because Diamantes can hit against MLB, which is nice. Don't get a heal here. Don't punish me. Get a draw trigger. Or nothing. Nothing is fine too. Nothing is fine. Never punished. Hashtag never punished. Always. Ooh, SP MLB. Super sick. Alright, but so far he hasn't been doing anything. He even called a Blaster Blade, which means he's got all of it in his hand. Maybe give him that Counterblast too so he could use his Blaster Blade on call. Might have been stupid. But I have a PG in my hand. I don't have a damage ad, but he's going to attack my Vanguard probably and just try and go for game this turn. But I don't think he will. I think it would be a bit slower, honestly. He'll try and just damage deny me, in which case, that's fine, given that I have the 12k attackers. Well, now he's Lianing, so now that leads me to believe he doesn't have it, but he might have had like multiple Blaster Blades. My guess, but no Blaster Dark. So then I probably shouldn't have given the 2 Counterblast still. Maybe, yeah, that, you know what, that 2 Counterblast, the more I'm thinking about it, the more that was a misplay. Because it just gives him more options than not. But he's using the Limbergolem now, so you know what? Not a misplay anymore. Could have been, though. There's the Alfred, okay. There's another Snowgull. There's that. And there's a Blaster Blade. Okay, I'm cool with this. I think he's still going to try and damage deny us just in a different way by not attacking our Vanguard again. Is he going to attack our Vanguard? He is? Why? Why would you attack my Vanguard here? Good heal trigger, but why would you attack my Vanguard here? Also, is that 3 Blaster Blades gone, by the way? There's 2 at least, yeah, 2. I am extremely confused by how my opponent is playing. Yeah, I'm just extremely confused. Nothing else. Right, skip. I'm gonna go Diamantes. I'm gonna go Basil. I'm gonna go Accelerated Command. I'm gonna target Basil. I'm gonna activate the effect of my Diamantes. I'm gonna go ahead and swing at his Vanguard. Heal trigger, whiff to heal trigger, feels good to be me. I'm gonna boost light signals and attack the Blaster Blade. And then I'm gonna go ahead and swing at the Alfred. And now I'm gonna swing at the Vanguard, getting rid of the Snowgull on the rear guard column with my effect after I hit, even though I don't need to hit. Please heal. Please heal. That'd be the most mwah turn. Oh, Psyqualia. I am feeling the wind, boys and girls. I am feeling the wind. Oh, let's go, baby. Oh, that's such a cringe, but I love it. Oh, gosh. Draw the card. Bye, Snoggle. Bye, Puppers. I don't want to give him the option of going for Garmor for extra defense out of nowhere, even though his hands, because his hand's super small. Plus I knew he was gonna have 3 damage for counter blast, so getting rid of the Alfred, much value, such wow. I could have like swung, but like he got a trigger, so I couldn't have anyway. I went for the most consistent turn, which is nice. There's another Blaster Blade. Is that 4 Blaster Blades? 1? No, it's 3 Blaster Blades. 2, 3, yeah, 3. 2 Blaster Darks though are gone. One's at the bottom of the deck, one's right there. Now he needs a trigger to hit us. Oof, oof, magoof. Man, this MLB deck has been so sad this entire game. He hasn't gotten anything. He didn't even Lien. He could have Lien maybe and tried to dig for it, I guess. I wonder why he was being so... He must have had like all the Blaster Blades in the world, is my guess. So, do we operate under the assumption that he can survive a Glory this turn? I feel like we should. But like I have Diamantes, I can just like swing. I can swing a bunch. I'm going into Maelstrom. I'm going into Glory. I'm calling you. I'm calling you. I'm activating the effect Diamantes. Is there a reason to ever activate Eric here? I'm gonna swing for 12. You come up. I'll swing at that. You can swing for 12, and then I'll swing for you. You know, we're fine. Battle. Swing at the faceplate. No trigger. That's two PGs down for him. I'm gonna swing at the rear card with Eric. Eric is putting in so much work in this game. Oh my god. Get after it, homie. Get that overtime in. Swing at the Vanguard. Nope. Last 2 cards. If those cards are not grade 3 PG, you are dead meat, son. Ultimate break. Do we die? Do you die? Death be with you? Question mark? Death be with you? Question mark? What? He had the last PG and a grade 3 in his hand? Whoa, you know what? You gotta clap it. You gotta clap it. The man was like, I will survive. He was playing, staying alive in the background. He was like, ooh, 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 bam, bam, bam. Wow. But we're in a position where, oh my god, if he gets a trigger, no. I'm 13k base. Yes, cross ride. He needs 2 triggers. Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare. I swear, if he gets double trigger here. Oh my god, are you serious? He did it? You know what? I can't even be mad. I can't even be mad. Home Dog had everything. Wow. Wow, I lost that game, but wow, he just had it all. Okay, let me run through that here. What should I have done? Should I have gone for Glory then? Wait, if I went for Maelstrom, right? Maelstrom would have just cleared his board. He would have had because he would have had the Palamedes. He would have had the Palamedes and the 9k. It would have been the same exact thing. It would have been the same exact thing. I still would have lost, even if I didn't do that. Wow. That is intense. The double trigger on top of having the last 3 PGs and the grade 3 as the only cards in your hand to survive. Look, 9.9 out of 10, I win that game, no questions asked. But that 0.1% just happened, and you know what? I'm living for it. Hashtag 0.1% in the comments if you've made it in the video this far. And be sure to slap a like on this video for that guy. He was living a dream over there. And you know what? You gotta hold your head up high and be like, good for you, bro. GG. Anyways, y'all, that'll go ahead and do it for today's Aqua Force video. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell for notifications so that you guys know when my videos go live for you. And if you have any lingering questions, be sure to leave them down in the comments below, or better yet, hop into my Twitch channel. I go live every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 8 a.m. Pacific time in the mornings. I do all kinds of things just chatting. I play a lot of Vanguard Zero, and I love answering y'all's questions. Links to my Twitch down below, as always. That'll be it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I have been your true champion, Steven. Please be sure to work hard, rest easy, and live well, and I will see you all next time. Peace.